All right, hey everyone, and welcome to the gaming news update here. So there's been quite a lot of other gaming topics going on in terms of especially with Microsoft. They've been hot on the press lately due to the whole Activision Blizzard acquisition, which we'll talk about very shortly. But there are some other developments that have been happening some other developments that have been happening lately. The fact that Dead Islands 2 has passed 1 million copies sold since its release last week, and it's great to see the game's got over 1 million players so far since its release, and I'm sure that number is going to be rising over the coming weeks as more and more people learn about this game. So if you haven't checked it out, it's on sale now for those who want to get their hands on Dead Island 2. I'll be playing it on stream tomorrow, so be sure to come by if you want to check out the content. Um, and then on top of that, we found out that the max level for Diablo 4 will take most players 150 hours to hit. So that's going to be the amount of hours it's going to take to reach the max level on Diablo 4. At least that's what's been mentioned by the game director, who recently talked about how long it will take. He believes it will take 150 hours at least to get us there. Cult of the Lamb, which is another game that's finally got physical copies for the the current gen consoles, PS5, Series X, and also for the Switch. Well, interestingly, for the PS5 owners, if you have a premium PlayStation Plus, you can now try this game out for up to an hour as part of the free trial that they're offering for the game, which is really, really cool. So, yeah, if you want to check it out and you got PlayStation Plus Premium, be sure to do so, or you can buy physical copies of the game, which is now available for you to buy right now of Cult of the Lamb. There's a normal, and I believe there's a normal and a special edition you can buy physically for this game if you want to get it on PlayStation, Xbox, or the Switch. So they're offering free trials on PlayStation Plus for those who want to check it out. Um, as well as that, we also obviously Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores has been getting review bombed lately, which you can see in the link in the description what you think about the whole review process that they're dealing with right now as they prepare for the release of the DLCs just happened. Sonic Frontiers is also going to be getting a truly important DLC later this year. They're not saying what it is, but it's going to be a story DLC when Sonic Frontier gets imported again. So if you've got this game, be sure to look out for that DLC that will be dropping later in the year for those who want to check that out. Also, Flashback 2 is getting a November 2023 release for PlayStation, Xbox, and Series X. It's basically a sequel to the 1992 first game, so this is a sequel to that. Finally, in 2023, and it'll be a hybrid 2D and 3D gameplay. So you can see the game. There's a trailer now if you want to check that out. And they've even got a special edition. They've got a limited edition. It's also going to be available on the Switch as well as PS4 and Xbox One. Where this edition will come with the steelbook and the digital soundtrack, and then you've also got a collector's edition as well if you want to get your hands on Flashback 2 that way. So yes, pre-orders are going to start rolling out soon I think they've just started already putting pre-orders out for Flashback 2, which is going to be coming this November. And then, of course, we had an update regarding Gran Turismo's movie. There's been a lot of talk about that from CinemaCon that have been showing off some footage from the movie recently, which is pretty good. So at least hopefully we're going to see a new trailer soon for this game in the coming months. So we'll see what the movie's going to be like going forward. As well as that, Humanity is going to be another game that's going to be coming in the later this year. It's going to be obviously there was a playable demo recently, but the full game itself will be out later this year. It's going to be an equal between puzzle game and extendable nightmare. Is essentially what is being described for this game, and you can see some screenshots here of how the game plays out as they get ready for launch later. Well, it's going to be releasing next month, and it's going to have PlayStation VR 2 and PlayStation VR 1 support if you want to check this game. And by the way, it's a part of PlayStation Plus when it releases next month, so you'll be able to download it with your PlayStation Plus membership if you want to check that game out. As well as this, we found out all the accessibility features for Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which will include a slow mode. Yes, there's a slow mode that can be triggered on and off, which will, I believe it just slows the game down essentially to make you to your pace. There's going to be there's going to be shortcut controls. Obviously there's going to be a holo map, audio ping, photo modes has been added in there, so you can take some photos during the game. Just to give you a bit of a summary of some of the accessibility features that you're going to be seeing in this game when it launches on Friday. So if you want to, if you want to read more, there'll be a link in the description if you want to read more from PlayStation blog, where they did a whole blog post talking about the accessibility features for this new start for the sequel of Jedi Fallen Order. As well as that, Gran Turismo 7's also had some new cars and a single-player content as part of the new update, which you can see the trailer here, and there's also a blog post on the PlayStation blog detailing all the new stuff that's available. There's a May savings sale that's now live, along with a Golden Week sale, which is an anime sort of sale that you can now take advantage of on the PlayStation Store. It's up to, obviously, the May date. The May saving is going to be 70% off, which includes some of these games and many more. And then the Golden Week is going to be more of a Resident Evil anime collaboration style sale that they're doing for Golden Week, which will be 75% off on many of these games and more. If you want to check out the two sales that PlayStation Store are offering right now on their storefront. Then, of course, we come to this, obviously, the Microsoft deal. Obviously, this has been a hot topic. The fact that, well, the CMA have basically prevented Microsoft from purchasing Activision over concerns that it would damage competition in the cloud gaming market, even though cloud gaming is not really has a place, which is really weird. So, yeah, not too sure what's going on there, but there's been a lot of conflict about this, but I'm sure we'll get some definitive answers to what the outcome is going to be soon enough, because I'm sure Microsoft are trying to find a way around all this, and I'm sure we'll see where it goes from here. But either way, bit of a shock that they blocked it, but I'm sure they will. I'm sure I'm sure Microsoft will find a way around all this. We also found out the essential games for PlayStation Plus in May, which are going to be Siano 2, Grid Legends, which is a sort of an EA property, as well as Descender, are going to be the free games that you're going to be able to get as part of the PlayStation Plus from Tuesday. And by the way, Grid Legends will be playable on both PS4, PS5. Siddle 2 will be playable on PS4, PS5, and then Descender will be a PS4 only PlayStation Plus title, should you want to download these games from Tuesday to be able to check them out as part of your as part of the Essential collection for PlayStation Plus. Alongside this, Sony have also been making some announcements for Final Fantasy 16, including a PS5 console bundle for Final Fantasy 16, which will come with which by the way is going to come with a digital code, or it should be a digital code for the game. So you can now so basically with this, you'll get a disc PS5, and I think there's going to be a digital version as well. So there will be one for disc and one for digital that will come with a code for Final Fantasy 16. They did it with Ratchet and Clank, Horizon Forbidden West, and God of War, as well as many other games like Call of Duty, etc. Pre-orders are going to be going live from next week on the PlayStation Direct if you want to pre-order. But unfortunately, there are two items that are not going to be available, which are the PS5 controller for the game, which they've actually released this as part of the Japan information. They've got the controller and the console covers. Well, unfortunately, these are being kept only for Japan. So only people in Japan will get this stuff when it launches on the 4th of May, which really sucks because everyone should be able to get their hands on this. But for some reason, Japan seem to be very, very keen to keep these in their country and nowhere else, which is very stupid reasoning because they think that, well, because Final Fantasy is set in Japan, is a Japan franchise, it deserves these over the console bundle. Which, yeah, I mean, everyone should be able to get their hands on this, but for some reason, Sony's been forced to make this a Japan-only deal, which is really dumb. So, hopefully they'll find a way around this so that hopefully everyone else in the world can get their hands on this, and then later on when the exclusivity deal dies out, then hopefully we'll see these in Europe and the States, hopefully. But nevertheless, it's nice to see that Final Fantasy 16 is getting a PS5 console bundle for those who want to get a PS5 ready for Final Fantasy 16 when it will be. And also, by the way, this console bundle will be released on the 22nd of June, same day as the game's release. And then, of course, as you can probably guess, Activision Blizzard's Bobby Kotick, who we already know has been causing so much trouble since the whole allegation situation. Well, he took it one step further and decided to basically make a whole statement about the whole thing, which, yes, it's on the Activision Substack website. Bobby Kotick basically shared his thoughts about the whole thing, saying that it's far from the final word on this deal, which that's what and then he claims, oh, we may have to reconsider our decision, which is very, very cryptic from Bobby Kotick, knowing how much trouble he's caused for the company. But yeah, you can read that in the link in the description. Also, we got The Last of Us PC port's got a new update. They're trying to so yes, so the good thing is they're trying to fix some of the problems with The Last of Us Part 1 on PC. There's also been some talk that the Redeemer working on realizable key elements for the original Max Payne for the PS5 remakes. So they seem to be trying to possibly make PS5 remakes of Max Payne, which might be coming in the near future, which might be interesting. And also, there's been some patterns talking about PS5 redesigns, as one of the patterns talks about an optimized disk drive that can be viewed with electric equipment such as game machines, personal computers, audio vision equipment. And yeah, there's been an interesting new pattern talking about detachable optional disk drives that may be which have been rumored to be a part of the redesign for the PS5 that we're going to be potentially seeing maybe sometime early next year, which is apparently when that's meant to be launching. Aliens Dark Descent is also getting its pre-orders out right now. If you want to pre-order, they finally put them out yesterday. If you're somebody who wants to get your hands on this game on the 20th of June, you can start pre-ordering right now, which is really cool. And you can even secure a copy through Focus Entertainment because they're offering pre-orders on their site if you want to pre-order there. Or if you want to pre-order on the PlayStation Store or many other retailers, there's options there. And then on top of that, Sony have also confirmed that they're going to be having some more VR2 stock from the 12th of May. Game and Shop 2 have promised that they're going to be having stock available from the 12th of May. Even Games asking for people to register their interest, whereas Shop 2 is simply advertising stock for the 12th of May. So at least we know that the 12th of May is looking promising for everyone else in the UK who wants to get a VR2 will be able to get their hands on it if they're still wanting to get their hands on the console. And we're still waiting to hear whether Amazon UK will be having more stock as of next month. But hopefully they will, considering many shops, many retailers in the UK tend to get stock on PlayStation items anyway. So chances are VR2 will hopefully have loads of stock next month in the UK for those who want to get the new VR2. And then, of course, Microsoft have also shared their thoughts about the whole situation by saying, because they were interviewed on the BBC, and they said that this move was bad for Britain, and they marketed the firm the darkest day in our four decades of the country. And they kind of just say that people are shocked and people are disappointed. People's confidence in technology in the UK has severely shaken. Um, and that there's a clear message here: European Unions is more attractive place to start business than the UK. which seems to be more and more proven, it seems, considering the fact that UK don't seem to want to be really business, don't seem to want to focus on technology much anymore. But yeah, so yeah, a lot of backwards and forwards about the whole deal shenanigans. If you want to read more, the link will be in the description. If you want to see the whole BBC interview that Microsoft had about the whole deal and being blocked, they finally got that going right now for those who want to hear it. Also, there's a new strategy game coming called Forward Tail Horror that's coming on the PS5 this summer. So if you want to read more about that, and there's also talks about how the development's going about the Elden Ring DLC, which is the Shadow of Iron Tree. Apparently, it may be further along than you may think, which is interesting. And of course, Armored Core 6 is getting an official release on the 25th of August. It was just announced today that yes, this game will be dropping on the 25th of August on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, etc. If you want to and I think you can start pre-ordering right now if you want to pre-order Armored Core 6, The Fire of Rubicon, which is going to be finally releasing in August for those who want to play the new Armored Core this summer, which is going to be super sweet. And also, more importantly, we also found out also earlier that Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Library will be getting a gameplay blowout this summer as part of Summer Game Fest. They're going to be a part of the Play Days, where they'll be giving hands-on sessions for press and content creators. So there'll be plenty of coverage to come this summer about the Phantom Pain DLC for Cyberpunk, which will be lifting the lid in June, which makes it seems to be more and more apparent that this DLC will probably be releasing at the very end of this year, considering there's going to be a lot of coverage going on at Summer Game Fest this summer, which is pretty cool. Which, by the way, Summer Game Fest will be having its live event on the 8th of June. So that's what's happening with some of the game informations going on right there. Now, as well as this, we also did have a acquisition on PlayStation. They've hired Firewalk Studios into their PlayStation Studio arsenal, who are going to be sort of helping with the new upcoming multiplayer game which they're working on. So Sony's obviously helping them on that front. So they're basically a part of the Sony team as of right now. So yes, welcome Firewalk Studios to the PlayStation family, and hopefully their first multiplayer game is going to do really, really well. Also, there's obviously been some highlights for Street Fighter 6, which includes a demo, which yes, the demo has finally come out for the game. If you want to try out Street Fighter 6, ready for when the game releases, which you can play the demo on PlayStation and PS5 if you want to check out Street Fighter 6 ready for its release later this year. And then of course, as well as that, there's many. Yeah, they've just been highlighted a few other. These are just some of the articles that PlayStation's got. Now, in speaking of showcases, we do have a list of dates right here, which gives you a taste of what the schedule is going to look like between now and basically the end of the year. So this is how things are shaping up for the summer, right? So essentially, the first one's going to be in May, which is going to be the PlayStation Showcase. There's been a lot of conversation that the PlayStation Showcase will be next month. Sony themselves have yet to confirm this. Hopefully, they will in the coming weeks, and then we'll find out exactly when in May PlayStation Showcase will go live. Game Beats Summer is going to be on Monday, the 22nd of May. Tropical Festival, that'll be on the 7th of June. Summer Game Fest will be on Thursday, the 8th of June at 12 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK time, and then also Friday the 9th as well for Australia. And then Jeff Keighley's going to be doing the Days of Play the following day on Friday the 19th to Saturday the June 10th. Sonic Central, there's going to be a Sonic Central event planned for June. Netflix Geek Week is also planned for that weekend, hopefully, because usually Jeff Keighley hosts that. Future Games Show Summer Showcase is going to be on Saturday, the 10th of June. So apparently this is the date when Future Games Show will be back. for the summer of this year. Xbox Showcase, we know that's going to be Sunday the 11th, which will be shown at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK time, and 3 a.m. on Monday the 12th for Aussie. And then, of course, Starfield Direct, which is the Bethesda showcase for Starfield. That'll be following the Xbox showcase at 11:30 a.m. Pacific on Sunday 11th, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UK time, and then Monday the 12th at 4 a.m. Australia time. And then Ubisoft Forward, that'll be the following day, Monday the 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. in the UK, and 3 a.m. in Australia on Tuesday, 13th of June. That'll be when Ubisoft will reveal their games for this year. PC Gaming Show is apparently set for Sunday the 11th. That's when PC Gaming Show will be revealing new PC titles for this year and potentially next year and beyond. Devour Digital Summer Showcase is also due for June. They haven't set a date yet, but I'm sure they'll reveal more soon. Capcom's also apparently planning a showcase in June. There's also going to be a summer game showcase, which is basically a Game Awards showcase, which I believe that's the one that Jeff Keighley has been hyping up recently. That's been scheduled for Sunday, the 25th of June. Then we have the DC, I believe that's referring to the Games Developer Conference showcase, or the DC, or actually, yeah, Game Developer Conference. I think that's what they're referring to. They're going to be having another showcase on the 27th of June to Thursday, the 29th of June. So there's going to be a showcase for developers that week. San Diego Comic Con, we know that's going to be July 21st, July the 20th to Sunday, July the 23rd. So we might be getting some gaming announcements that week. And then, of course, QuakeCon, which is a Bethesda event. That's going to be happening Thursday, the 10th of August to Sunday, the 13th of August, which I'm hoping that's going to be the day we'll find out that quote Champions is going to get a console release, because there were a lot of rumors about that last summer about Quake Champions getting a console release. Hopefully that will be a thing soon. And then we have THQ Digital Showcase for Friday, the 11th of August. Gamescom, we all know that's going to be Wednesday, the 23rd to Sunday, the 27th. And then I would imagine we could add Destiny 2 Showcase for the 22nd of August. The reason why I say that is because, well, chances are Bungie's probably going to schedule the Destiny 2 Showcase for Tuesday, the 22nd of August, which is also going to be the day that the Gamescom Opening Night Live showcase is going to take place. So chances are Destiny 2 and Gamescom Opening Night Live will most likely be shown on the same day. And then we have Nintendo Live. We know Nintendo are going to be doing a live show in September, which will probably be where we'll see some big announcements from them. PAX West will be happening in September. Tokyo Game Show will be taking place from Sunday the 24th of September to Wednesday the 27th of September. And then this year's Game Awards will be happening on Friday the 8th of December. This is the date that's being locked right now for this year's Game Awards, which means that we now know that's going to be essentially the day we can expect this year's Game Awards to take place. But then again, it could go to Thursday, the 7th of December, considering Jeff Keighley does tend to do these events on a Thursday. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for the 7th of December rather than the 8th. So yeah, that could easily change potentially. But like I said, some of these dates are subject to change, but at least we now have somewhat of a clear picture of what to expect over the next few months from May all the way to December in terms of gaming showcases that are going to be happening over the remainder of 2023. And I'm pretty sure there'll be more added as we progress towards these next few months. So yeah, so that's at least a little glimpse at what we could expect for potentially the rest of the year, pretty much. And it's looking nice, actually. Lots of great things to look forward to with the Summer Game Fest, PlayStation Showcase. The Future Game Show tends to have some good stuff going on there. Xbox Showcase, we know they They do a really good job with that. Starfield, I'm looking forward to learn more about this game. Ubisoft forward, we have I mean, Capcom Showcase was pretty nice last year, and Devour Digital tends to have some interesting, weird things going on there. And then we have Gamescom, which had some pretty good announcements last year. And also, the D2 showcase, because we all know Destiny 2 players are looking forward to that later this summer. And then, of course, Nintendo Live. And of course, the Game Awards is also a lot of fun as well. So I'm sure a lot of people will be looking forward to the who's going to be Game of the Year at the end of the year. So that's going to be interesting. Um, but yeah, so that's a little glimpse at what the next few months are looking like showcase wise. So hopefully, PlayStation Showcase will get a date out soon, and then hopefully we can have something to look forward to for us PS5 owners who really want to know what the next few years of PlayStation content is going to look like. Hopefully, it's going to look nice for us. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you all in my next gaming news update when we have more gaming news to share and hopefully some more exciting games getting release dates finally confirmed. Like Marvel Spider-Man 2, we still waiting for official release date for that. Hopefully that's coming soon, and hopefully we'll find out whether or not Uncharted 5 is going to be a thing, and hopefully to learn more about that Last of Us multiplayer game that's meant to be on the way. So hopefully a lot more things are coming. Anyway, see you then.